Hello, everybody. Welcome to Speed Gaming 2. Have we got a race for you this afternoon? Did you enjoy the Metroid that just got done a little bit ago? Well, we've got something maybe even better. This is the 2025 Zelda 1 Randomizer Winter Tournament. We're in week 4 of week 6 of 6 weeks of Swiss. This is a 3-0 matchup between two heavyweight runners. Both these runners have already punched their ticket to the bracket stages, but they are playing both for bragging rights and to end up 4-0 in this stacked 92-person field. On the left is FurySK, on the right is jkoper. I'm bbq.gov. Thanks to Diesel Pilot for setting everything up and Kathy JD for doing tracking. Joining me in the booth is Stun. Stun, how are you this afternoon?
Doing great, Mr. .gov. I'm excited for the race. This is two top shelf runners in our community, so we got a good one on a Saturday afternoon.
Nice. My father was Mr. .gov. Call me BBQ. No, I'm just kidding. This is you're right. This is going to be an awesome race. These two have raced a timer 12, but nonetheless, they're both 3-0 for a reason. They are top shelf runners. I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, the best part about Swiss is as as it goes along, you typically get runners that typically fall in the same sort of skill level category, and this is certainly no exception. These are both two of the best.
And when you have two of the best, let's give them a difficult start screen, like I don't know, west of the Lost Woods.
Oh, perfect. We get a quick look at the coast item. It's not a terrible spot.
No, and you can tell right away that we've got excellent runners here. Immediate divergence. jkoper is going to go check the grave. But first, Fury decided he'd do a little bit of a world wrap and up A and get the information there. Well, okay, let's up the difficulty a little bit more. How about a $3 small secret?
Yeah, this starting point's not terrible. You get pretty easy access to 2 of the 5 Armos checks. So it's if it's not there, then you have to get all the way across the world. That's a little annoying, but there are worse spots.
Yeah, I can think of a few. Okay, so we keep upping the difficulty a little bit. That's a below average medium secret of 27. For folks who aren't familiar with the flags, the medium secret's normally 30 in the middle of the game, but it can roll anywhere between 25 and 35 rupees. So 27 is definitely on the small end of that. We're going to get the first Armos check of the day from jkoper.
Ooh, we've got a recorder. Well, that should negate the start all the way in the southwest corner. As soon as they start getting some Triforces, it'll be hopefully it'll be quick traveling across the overworld.
Yeah, definitely. Good bomb store for jkoper, and he's got enough money. He's gonna get. Can he get 2 packs? Yes, he can. Since you're up on DM, you might as well start bombing some stuff. And yep, Fury's going to do exactly the same thing. I'm just noticing, by the way, that Fury decided to use the same sprite that jkoper normally uses, the Trogdor sprite.
Yes, he did. Yeah, that is not his normal sprite.
No, it's not. So if I mix up who's who, that when calling this match, that's why. I'm so used to seeing Koper as Trogdor. So I just immediately associate the two. But so we have dueling Trogdors today.
You were talking about that medium secret being a little bit on the low side. Typically, the medium secret is what I look for in terms of how I'm planning on spending money. When you get a large secret, usually it's not the end of the world. There's only 3 of those, but with so many medium secrets, you really want that to be as big as possible.
Yeah, that really does help. jkoper's trying to get a good spawn of the red dark nuts here to try to get around them. He can. Oh no, he's trying to get the bomb drop, or he's gonna just bomb him. Fury on his side did something really neat when he found that arrow shop. jkoper's found level 2, by the way. But Fury was trying to line up the red gorillas because he hadn't killed anything yet. He wanted to both bomb open the cave and get the first kill on a red gorilla, see if he got a bomb drop, and he did, which was really handy.
Yeah, those are the types of things that, you got a lot of really good runners in this community, a lot of people that have good combat, but those are the types of things that set these types of runners, sort of apart, is that higher level thinking of killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, I anticipate that this is going to be tight the whole way. I thought we'd see, given the start screen, I thought we'd see, oh, well, here's something fun. That's a ladder. We can't get it yet, unfortunately.
Super good information for Fury to get, though.
Yeah, between that and him doing the world rep early and seeing that white store on the coast, now I think the minute he gets a heart container from anywhere, yeah, he's going to beeline to try that. Because if you can get a free white sword without even worrying about finding the wood sword, that'd be great.
And it could just be, Coper chose to go to East Death Mountain first, and then he found some mini roads. He doesn't have many bombs. He may not get over to West Death Mountain for a little while.
That's very true. Now that's a handy any road on jkoper's side. That's just a couple screens east of their start screen. So if he's got one any road that goes up to Eastern DM, one that goes to Candle Row, and I'd be curious to see where the fourth one is. Oh, well, there's our answer
Right
on Fury's side. It's down in the southwest corner, the most useless spot you could think of. All right, jkoper finding the early levels. He found 2 up on Eastern Death Mountain. He's found 1 here. He could pirouette that door, but he took a Gorilla boomerang to the side of the head, and back to start he goes. Thankfully, it's not far.
Those are the levels you hope to find. I mean, you find 1, 2 immediately off the bat. As soon as he finds a sword, I bet we get both of those really quickly.
I think you're right. Meanwhile, Fury is going to go ahead and pirouette this door and at least see if he can find just something easy on the floor. You could try and bomb those gels, but one bomb for 3 gels. I mean, even I think that's pushing it a little bit. He may pirouette this door to the right as well.
Yeah, the other thing Fury's probably thinking, especially in a level 1, if he can find a heart laying on the floor, it's possible that they can get that ladder at 4. I don't know that he wants to keep going up to Death Mountain, with each heart, but he would love to get that white sword early.
I would be sorely tempted to do that. There, Silver's just sitting in a hole in level 1 room in. That's really handy.
We're 6 minutes in, and Fury knows where arrows, ladder, and white sword are. So not a bad start.
Yeah, there were folks in the chat before the race saying, "Ooh, I hope we get something really crazy in like a 2-hour seed." And I think what I said was, "This is Fury and jkoper. I don't know. You can throw a lot at him. I don't know that we're going to get a 2-hour seed from these guys."
I don't want to play the seed that takes these 2 guys 2 hours.
Oh no, not at all. So Fury is doing kind of what a lot of our advanced runners do when they get an overworld clearing item, like the recorder, prioritizing finding those overworld spots to check and clear. So we'll see if he maybe stumbles across. There's one of our 2 hint shops that we can't read yet, but it will be interesting to see if he's hoping to stumble across maybe a Take Any cave. The good news for jkoper, ironically, is that he found one. It's 2 screens above where level 1 is, just right south of Death Armless.
Fury's about to screen scroll right over there, so be interesting to see how quickly, or with how many hearts he decides he wants to go back up to Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? No pun intended. I mean, on the one hand, if you're right and it's a 4-heart ladder, you've got free white sword in just a matter of minutes. But if you're wrong, that's a hike. Not really. Well, I guess there kind of is an easier way to get the ED-ish.
Well, there's any road on Death Mountain or East Death Mountain, though, but it's still. I mean, you still got to travel 6 or 8 screens after that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get our answer right here. Fury has his first heart, so he's up to 4. And now, where does he decide? He may decide to head over to Vanilla Start and maybe check those 2 open caves real quick. See what he can see if maybe he stumbles on a wood sword that would encourage him to dig level 1 a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the knowledge that Fury did, I think I would just sort of slowly work my way back towards Death Mountain, hoping you find another heart as you go along.
That makes sense. We have paper on Fury's side. We still do not have the ability to. We also have a large secret on jkoper's side and I say large in air quotes because it's 77. But we still don't have the feature of having the letter that's in the B button slot be able to be used to bop enemies like a rolled up newspaper. I'm waiting for that. I'm excited about that potential.
Just sort of, maybe it could stun them like a boomerang or something.
Yeah. I don't ask for much, but that sounds fun. So both our runners have a large secret now. The second large secret was at the Vanilla Start Cave. So, and jkoper, thinking about it a minute, gonna go ahead and buy a 96 rupee key here at the Northeast Armos spot. What do you think of this?
I think, that's something that, well, I mean, I'm generalizing, but a lot of the really good runners do. Most advanced runners are never thinking about blue ring. And I guess he doesn't have the arrow information at this point, but outside of arrows, unless there's expensive bombs, good runners typically prioritize those keys.
Definitely. So we found our wood sword on jkoper's side. It's up at the Vanilla Letter Cave up in Casino Corner, so a very inconvenient spot to get to. Fury is going to go ahead and pick up some more bombs because he's up here at the grave anyway. I'm gonna, and like you said, I think he's probably gonna bomb some spots along the way to that ladder spot. If he happens upon a level, if he happens upon a take any cave, he will definitely snap that up.
Yeah, given where he is, that's precisely what we're doing. We're gonna finish. He was able to bomb a lot of it, but yeah, I think we're gonna finish out what he didn't get.
Koper taking a second to kind of think over his options. Here's the check at 4 for Fury. Oh, and you can get it at 4!
Well, it paid off, and yeah, we're gonna get an immediate world rep.
And an immediate, well, I thought an immediate save maybe, but yeah, I actually like this. Check at least this cave. You're right here. It's so hard to get to otherwise. Anyway, well, now you can get heart number 5. So Koper is in one with a sword, contemplating his life choices after seeing that banana on the floor in level 1. And where is he off to? Nicely done by Koper there to get a bomb for. Oh, but he left it. Oh, he went in the stair and he forgot it. Oh, and Fury gets the bad news about his second favorite banana. So, now that I say that, it's literally a second banana.
Fury's able to bomb up here. Koper, unfortunately, didn't have bombs, and then, yeah, I think he just sort of accidentally stepped into that staircase before you realized that there was a bomb drop.
We've all done that. Only have a segmented level 1. There's no other way that there would be a staircase here, since we've already seen the staircase item. But yeah, we've all done that. We've all seen, right as we're about to head into a cave, something awesome drop. We're just like, oh, wait, give me that. I want that. So, happens to all of us. jkoper's going to go ahead and pick up his silver arrows. He's got both items out of 1. And he's going to be done for now.
Yeah, Fury with white sword and bombs, much more willing to take on these blue wizrobes. I don't think Koper's seen this room, but...
Yeah, and the only reason that Fury, for folks who don't know, is taking on this room is because in level 1 and only level 1, this room can drop on the right-hand side. Any other room, the only thing this could be in these flag sets would be any other dungeon. The only thing this could be is a push block. So he's hoping that this drops either a heart or the Triforce. He's gonna slug it out with white sword on these blue wizrobes. He's got it down to 1. Ah, just a key. Meanwhile,
Just-
Koper back up on Death Mountain and gonna dive level 2 again.
This early in the seed, you know, I don't say just a key anyway. You're always happy.
No, you're
I'm
right.
always happy to get as many as I can early on.
No, absolutely. There's always a discussion in the tournaments about the hypothetical scenario of okay, if you're in level 9 and you have like 15 keys and you find the any key, are you still going to pick it up? And everyone wants to know, well, what about 16? What's the number? And I just, unless you know where everything is, I am always an advocate of grabbing the any key and just not having to think about key count.
No doubt. No doubt. I've been in too many key star seeds.
Yeah, I believe that. The game definitely has a sense of humor. Fury's going to go ahead and duke it out with this Patra in the hopes that this is the Triforce room.
The other potential good news for Koper, of course, he doesn't know it. He came back up to 2 because we had a small, easier level. He's going to be in the vicinity of that ladder if he chooses to do a Death Mountain dig after he picks up this Triforce.
Well, he's got 3 bombs, and there's the confirmation of a segmented level 1. And Koper first on the board with a Triforce today out of level 2. Didn't see the item, as far as I'm aware, but yeah, I think you're right. He's going to go ahead and do a little bombing. There's no reason not to bomb over here on the left. And if he does, well, no, actually, it's on Western again. But yeah, he's got a very good shot at finding it.
It is on Western, but I don't have any doubt in Koper's ability to force bomb drops. So if he chooses to do that, he'll be able to make his way across the entirety of it.
Yeah, I think he's definitely bombed that cave. Yeah, and he's gotten both of those. So if he goes, oh no, this is smart. There's a bomb shop right here. If you pick up those bombs, you could probably clear out all of Western Death Mountain if you want to.
Looks like that's his play. So that is gonna work out real well for him.
So the one thing we haven't seen yet is a candle shop, and we've seen a decent amount of the western part of the map. Talking about how the game has a sense of humor, Koper's going to go ahead and buy arrows, still needing a candle. I am normally a proponent of getting arrows early, but not having the candle yet, that's about the only reason I would hesitate about doing that.
Well, the other reason to hesitate is he forgot that he had picked up silvers.
Oh no! Oh well, you were talking.
We've all been guilty of, right?
Yeah.
Especially this early in a seed. But
Yeah.
he'll remember that shortly and give himself an eye roll.
Yeah, we've all done that. I can think of some examples recently where I've done that. It's real easy in the heat of the battle to forget. I had a seed this afternoon where I was picking up keys and then forgot that I got the any key 3 minutes in under the arm hose. I was like, you have any key, what are you doing? But it happens to everybody.
Happens to everybody. Fury finds a candle spot and doesn't have the rupees to pick it up currently.
Oh, but he's also found level 9. How many Triforces are required today?
All right, the full 8.
We got to catch them all. Wow. Okay, so we wanted runners of this caliber to work for it. Well, yeah, they're going to have to work for it today.
That's an interesting spot for the candle to be. Of course, we don't know if it's the rare spot or not, but if it is, that coast area is a spot that some people will leave for quite a while.
Yeah, I know. Between that and the Lost Hills, I am guilty as charged of often last locationing that. It's one of those things that anecdotally feels like, well, there's never anything there. I'll get to it eventually. And then, of course, that's the one time when there is something. Speaking of things, Fury's found level 6.
Like like he's going to poke around for a while, but he hadn't found 2 yet, I don't believe, and the only other level he's aware of is 8. So since he was over here on this side, he's electing to see what he can find. At a minimum, he can build up his key count.
Yeah, and Koper finding level 6 as well. Slightly different shade of toothpaste, but they're both going to go ahead and dig it. And this is kind of where Fury having the advantage of knowing it's an all 8 seed. He didn't have to even think about, am I going to dig this? You already know you need the Triforce out of here, not just the item. So digging, we're off to dig.
Yep, and he's got the upgraded. Of course, they both do now, but he's got the upgraded offense. You're not worried about it being, or you're not as worried about it being difficult combat and that sort of thing.
Yeah, the difficult combat here so far is in the form of these blue Lionels, but if you stay on the half tile, which can be hard to do in a dark room like that, you can usually avoid getting beamed in the side of the head. And Fury doing another smart thing that a lot of advanced runners will do in this situation. If you have a full bomb complement, these are bomb droppers, don't be shy about using them.
Here's where it'll be interesting. They both, Koper's only a screen behind. They'll both find compass. Will we get any divergence on just getting the Triforce and going, or poking around for an item? My guess is this early in a seed with the recorder, we get the Triforce and we come back only if we have to.
That is one of the big benefits of getting the Triforce so early. It really opens up your routing. You don't have to be as concerned about, well, I need to dig this because it's so out of the way. It's hard to get to. Well, not anymore. It's not. There's a map of what? Okay, is that Trogdor's brother? What in the world is that?
Fury thought he was a screen away from the Triforce. He was wrong.
Oh yeah, boy, that is tantalizing too. Oh, paging Alsoa, by the way. I remember from last year's clip show they had a level. It might have been a level 6 that kind of looked like Priest ET, like ET carrying a cross. This is his brother, I think.
The only other thing we're talking about, do they try and dig this out looking for an item or not? You already have the silver, so you might be thinking just come back if you have to. But needing all 8 Triforces, that increases the likelihood that there will be some sort of an overworld block. They do have the recorder, but we don't know if we're going to need a raft or a power bracelet.
Yeah, and those could be anywhere. They'll be in one of the dungeons. We've seen our Armos item, we've seen the Coast item, and we've seen our White Sword item. So if there is an overworld, and given that this is Mixed First Quest overworld, that's kind of likely. It doesn't happen all that often that we have a non-overworld blocked seed, but definitely could happen. But I'm with you. I think at least one dungeon's going to be overworld blocked, and probably an important one.
Oh, this is a rough room that Fury's in. On green tunic.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job at dodging bullets here, but quad shooters are really. He's down to half a heart. Got to be very careful.
Yeah, that's just a tough room. Or at least me. I spend so much time trying to dodge bullets that I run straight into a bunny, which causes multiple more damage.
I would like to be able to say that, oh no, I meant to take that damage because I didn't want to take the 2 hearts from the bunny. They're like, no, I did not mean to take that damage. I just screwed up.
Oh, Koper finds the raft. Fury skipped that one room in the top of what I guess you're calling the cross.
Yeah, so interesting. I mean, that is an overworld clearing item, so that opens up 2 spots for Koper. Will those be anything worthwhile? We'll know here relatively quickly because 6 is over on the western or the eastern side of the map.
You know, most of the time, it is nothing, but if it is something, that could be a big advantage for Coper.
It's one of those
Yep.
items that's just always kind of in the back of your mind. It's like, oh, I haven't seen that yet. And if the game's being a jerk today, it put something important there.
Here he is heading, back to the left side of this map. I'm thinking maybe he's looking for the transport so that he can get up to that top area without having to go through the bunny room, maybe?
Yeah, that's a really good call. I kind of would be too. Don't know if it's down here. It would be great if it was, but it could be this room. I think this block can push in level 6.
It can push. It should be able to push in any of these levels. Yeah.
Okay. This is almost certainly then our transport. Yes, it is.
He's just gonna hope it takes him to the very top. It doesn't, but it's gonna take him to the raft.
Okay, you know what? That might actually, we don't know this yet, but it might actually be better. Where is Fury going? Oh, jkoper takes a death on the overroll to those speedy Armo statues. Back to start he goes. He can get back here with a world wrap if he wants to.
Fury deciding he is going to come back to get that Triforce after he has the bow. So that he could clear that bunny room out a lot quicker.
Yeah, it would be funny if you needed to clear that room to get the bow. We know that's not the case, but yeah, at this point you're hoping, just let me come back when I can deal with things a little bit better. There's the candle purchase for Fury, and it's the full $80 today. It does not get any more expensive than that.
And that is still the only candle shop we've seen. It's not guaranteed to be the rare shop, but they've covered a lot of the a lot of the overworld at this point. And even if it's not the rare shop, the other ones could be underneath the bush.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that because we've seen that in recent seeds where you have to go like up to Death Mountain to get what you think is the only candle shop, and then you go start burning bushes, and the first bush you burn, oh, it was right here too. It was like, thanks, game. We really appreciate it.
So Fury's going to be able to start more efficiently clearing the overworld without having to skip stuff as he goes along. We'll see if that gives him an advantage the longer Coper goes without it.
Yeah, one thing it's going to do is it's going to route him into checking these desert spots, see if they're anything. This first one isn't, but he's got 2 more desert spots to check here. And if he wants to, he can also go up and do the Eastern Death Mountain check. This one opens.
Well, Coper no longer cares about finding the candle shop. We had one hidden in the pancake.
Oh, hey,
of a red variety.
That is not bad at all. What level was that in?
That was in 2. It was in the very, very top corner of 2.
Okay, so that will save him. Well, he'll save the money he spent on the extra arrows, which is
That's
good.
right.
So that you net
Exactly
out,
right.
It's fine. It all works itself out.
That evened it back out. And yeah, Fury has not been to East Death Mountain, so has not found 2 yet.
And these 2 runners are experts when it comes to making routing decisions. They've played the game long enough to be able to think on their feet and route this stuff in. So we're getting a lot of map coverage on both sides really quickly. We're less than 30 minutes in, and we know a lot about what we're up against here. I don't know that I'd have seen half this stuff by this point.
Seven in Forgotten Spot.
Interesting location. Boy, the game really likes to put in this flag set. It seems to like to put 7. It likes to put important dungeons in the Forgotten Spot. And again, Fury with the knowledge of 9 is going to immediately dive it. He knows he needs this Triforce anyway.
Yeah. And talking about whether or not we're going to have an overworld block or not, we're only missing 3, 4, and 5 at this point.
Yep, 3, 4, and 5 is all we're missing. Don't know where those are. All 3 of those could be overworld blocked. I think we've seen in this tournament so far, there's Mags on Coper's side, but given that he took and hard on the floor for Fury in 7, but given that Coper saw the any roads over by the coast and when he had 5 hearts and the ladder took a potion out of there. I don't think he's playing for mags anytime soon.
No, I don't anticipate either one of these runners will be making the play specifically, especially with White Sword. However, it is super close to start, so if they happen to get up to the required number and at any point they up an A, they might poke in there just because they're close.
Yeah, very true. Coper's found our third and final large secret on Candle Row. There are arrows. Don't buy those again. But it's going to go ahead and buy some meat. Given what the money that you have right now, I don't mind this play. We haven't seen a bait block, but they can definitely pop up at the worst time.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't think either one of these runners are going to be looking for any other purchases other than perhaps keys.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of the one thing that could slow you down, right? Keys or some sort of overworld block dungeon, like power bracelet being deep in 8 somewhere or something crazy like that. There's the compass for Fury. He knows it's one room over, and gonna head that way. Does he grab and go? I suspect he will, but let's find out.
Yeah, he's gonna poke around in a room or two, and it may pay off. Oh, it's a transporter.
But to your point earlier, he did get a key. That's one of the benefits of digging. As we see, boy, a very different color. Level 7. That is bright blue Aquafresh toothpaste right there. But that's one of the benefits of digging like a 6, 7, 8 early. Is if you're worried particularly about being key blocked in level 1 or level 2, 6, 7, and 8 are great places to find keys most of the time. There's a map of 7 for Coper. Not as big as maybe you would have expected.
And yeah, Fury talks about this when he commentates, but especially that Triforce was way up in the top of 7. It took him a long time to get there. If he's got rooms adjacent to the Triforce that are unchecked, he'll typically poke around in case there's an item there, right? Because if the bow happens to be in 7, he doesn't want to have to traverse all the way back, across the entirety of level 7 when he was only a room or 2 away from it.
It's a really good point, because if you do that, if you kind of bail when you in that situation where you can dig a little bit, well, it's a double heart 7, unfortunately. But to your point, if you don't do those checks right around a deeply buried Triforce, yeah, you're kind of saying you're gonna last location whatever's in this level, and that can come back to bite you if you guess wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, just purely on the math of it, I mean, if you then have to come back and walk, whatever it is, 15 rooms, you're losing, I don't know, 3-4 minutes just walking those rooms.
Yeah, easily. Fury sees the heart container in the stair. He's going to go ahead and grab it, and Fury Trogdor is going to up A and get the heck out of Dodge.
Fury looks like he's going to do the rest of Death Mountain. I thought that he had done most of it when he found the ladder, but he may have not taken these couple of spots.
I think there may be one other spot that he didn't check, kind of in the vicinity of where the ladder was. But yeah, I think you're right. He's seen a lot of it. Yeah, the only other thing that either runner has checked, I don't think, is this. Well, he hasn't seen 2, you're right, but he also hasn't seen this recorder screen, one screen to the left. Hope we're kind of checking all over the place here. We know that the Triforce is up kind of in the northeast of this level 7, but he's being very thorough with his routing, making sure he hasn't skipped anything. And Fury using, well, he's gonna have to use multiple keys in order to get through the rest of this too. He's gonna get one back here. There's the heart on the floor. And you said the red candle is buried in a pancake somewhere deep in here?
Yeah, once he finds the map, there's a, it's all the way in the very last room and on the top right. And I would expect that he's going to find it. You're not going to leave level 2 without the item when you still need the bow.
Yeah, it's not that pancake, by the way. It's in a room of other pancakes. But yeah, no, at this rate, I mean, 2 is definitely a level. Yeah, thanks for the compass game. We don't need that. There's Koper's Triforce in level 7. He's evened it up at 2 Triforces apiece. Is this the map room? No, but what's Fury gonna do? He's only got 3 bombs. Where is he headed?
Yeah, this is unfortunate. He's going to have to go all the way back to find the map to realize I think there's only 1 or 2 rooms that he will have orphaned up in the top, so he's going to have to turn around and head back towards them. Not going to cost him that much time, but, you know, a minute or 2 here or there is going to be the difference between runners like this.
Definitely. There's the map for Fury, and yeah, he sees the unfortunate news that, oh yeah, no, you have to play Find the Bomb Wall. Which is not fun when you have only 3 bombs. It's kind of doesn't feel great. Meanwhile, Koper's back in 1. He's going to clean this up. He's seen the 2 items. He's just looking for the Triforce at this point.
And he's choosing to go left, which I don't blame him, but it's going to cause him to last location the item.
Thankfully, this is a relatively... Well, there's a room of pancakes, but unfortunately the wrong kind. That's the key-bearing pancakes, but thankfully it's only 16 rooms in here. It's not a significantly large 2, which is good for Fury. It's going to be... It never feels good when you see every room in a level, but given that the red candle's buried up here anyway, both runners are kind of going to have to do it. Koper's got his Triforce out of 1, so he is making his way. Is he trying to go back to level 8?
Looks like we're on 8. Yeah.
There's the red candle. Just grab it and up an A, and you know exactly where the Triforce is. So with a smallish 7, are you expecting kind of a smallish 8 as well? Or is this... Well, we're going to get our answer right here, and... I don't know.
I would not call it smallish.
Yeah.
It is average at best, but...
It's annoying.
It's pretty blocky.
Yeah, very, very annoying. It's got little nubs sticking out all over the place that are not convenient, and it's got under the S and the E column on Koper's side. It's got that little 2-room. It's got that little 2-room nub that's just screaming out to you. Do I have something here? You should probably check. Right, Fury back to Spectacle Rock, meanwhile, and is going to head back to Candle Row. He has not finished doing these checks on Candle Row.
As soon as Koper starts finding things in this level 8, we'll have pretty much have knowledge of every dungeon that we know of. I mean, in terms of items and that sort of thing.
Very true. Fury's going to go ahead and do this raft check in Vanilla 4. Is this a thing? Yeah, it is. Here's level 3.
Wow. So it's a good thing that transport, that he took that transport back in level 6.
That's our, yeah, no, sometimes it's just, oh, you know, do I take this stair or do I not? And yeah, in this case, it was good for both runners. that they found stairs. Speaking of finding stairs, Coper's found one here in level 8. It's an item. It's the any key.
Keys haven't really been an issue up to this point. I mean, both runners were at 4 when he found that, but I mean, like you said earlier, you're never going to be unhappy to find it.
Yeah, if they were worried about having to Canana key, but both of these runners know how to do that in their sleep. But it's one less thing you have to worry about as something that might slow you down once you get later in the game. Speaking of things that are going to slow you down, there's a mugger on Fury's side. He's got the cash to pay for it, though. Really nice work by Fury to kill that Gleeok, and on the floor is our bow.
Well, yeah, very required raft.
So we're in kind of what do we call that? Schrodinger's go mode, where you have bow and silvers. You just need to find the other. Dungeons.
Yep. I think you're going to look for you're just going to continue to clear overworld until the game tells you need to go find a power bracelet, because that would be the only thing stopping Fury at this point.
Yeah, and the only other thing that's going to really screw up routing for anybody is Coper doesn't know yet. He's gotten that compass. He knows where the Triforce is. He's trying to get there. But he does not know that all 8 Triforces are required. So the fact that he's dug the bigger levels so far is kind of interesting. Well, you can't get there that way either. Coper so far has been clearing these bigger levels as if he's going to stick around and look for all the items. He doesn't know it, but if he keeps up with that strategy, he's going to stumble on the bow if he makes his way over to that Gleeok room. Meanwhile, Fury in 3 trying to get on that right pixel to deal with these blue danger noodles. He's got the one down to 1 head.
Answer your question in chat. They have definitely been checking recorder spots. I'm unsure whether they have all been checked, but for instance,
the only one I can think of that maybe hasn't been checked is Vanilla 2, the alternative lake spot.
Yeah, I can't remember if did either one of them do the ones by Candle Row or the one by Candle Row, but.
Oh, that's a good call. Not yet, and maybe also not yet that one by the coast, the one that only opens in second quest. There's a Triforce in 3 for Fury. Unless he needs Power Bracelet to find 4 or 5, he's good. What's he gonna do?
He's right here by 8. Wouldn't surprise me if he just heads that way. Nope. They may be going to check that recorder spot we just talked about.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's still missing 2 levels, and that's like the one thing. You have bow, No, he's not going to do it. Oh, he hasn't done these yet. Okay. Our third Take Any Heart Cave over on Fury's side here near Stark. Going to check this other burn spot, and then I suspect you're right. He's going to clean up that. He's going to clean up the recorder spot here, one screen up.
He may have already checked it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not keeping full track.
I'm doing my best. And big shout out to our tracker, Caffey JD, this afternoon, keeping us apprised of everything that's going on. There's the third large for Fury, so he's got a full wallet. The only, to your point a minute ago, the only other thing I think you might want to buy, I mean, if you get book and you need hints, that's one option. But both our runners spent a good amount of time in 7, and we saw a mugger, but we didn't see any bomb upgrades. bombs. That might be the only other thing you'd consider, especially with Cobra being out of bombs at this point.
Yeah, I mean, given where they, especially where Fury is, at this point, if I'm in Fury spot, I am probably just thinking of that money as ammunition with silver arrows.
So yeah, that's really true. It does feel so good when you've got like $200 and you have bow and silvers, and you can just blam blam blam, just spam arrows and just destroy pretty much everything.
I mean, yeah, you're right. If we find book quickly, you know, it might be worth checking the hints. But I mean, other than locations of 4 and 5, we're not really missing a whole lot.
Very true. Fury's having a tough time clearing out these dark nuts to be able to get onto this other raft check here. There, he's got it down to 1, and he gets bomb drop to boot. Do we have the rare double raft spot required? No, just a potion shop. All right, Fury making his way. This is where level 6 is, so don't know if he's going to go here to try to clean it up or just to get a health refill because he's down to 1 heart. He's definitely going to take the health refill. Is he going to stick around? Yes.
Yeah, he's actually cleared a pretty good... Well, he's got the silver arrows now. That was the
bunny room.
The primary thing keeping him out of here was that bunny room.
That annoying bunny quad shooter room. Yeah, he can make mincemeat of that now. He could kill that Goma if he wanted to, but nah, that's not necessary.
He's full on bombs. He's got a bunch. I mean, the only thing you'd be hoping for at this point would be another key.
Yeah, this is the murder room we were dealing with earlier. And another mugger. Ugh. Meanwhile, on the Coper side, he's spent a good amount of time in this 8.
Yeah, he's all the way committed to the second item.
Here's the push block. There's the Triforce for Fury out of 6. There's the other item. It's nice. It's the wand. It's not quite what we're looking for, though.
No, not when you have White Sword. I mean, obviously he's going to pick it up, but its value goes a little down when you have the White Sword.
Yeah, it's not the worst. It certainly helps with ranged combat, but like you said, of the things you could find, that's at the middle of the list. All right, Coper's going to do his screen wrap here. He's going to kill this room full of Agrias and find level 3 at the raft spot.
We now know every item except for 4 and 5, so one of the 2 of them is not under Power Bracelet. Now I'm just seeing Tracy saying the same thing in chat, but yeah, so we've got somewhere we haven't checked yet. Have we been to the Lost Hills?
No, we have not seen the waterfall or the Vanilla White Sword Cave yet, I don't think, or Vanilla 5. Those are spots that are easy to last location, which I understand. Coper can knock this Gleeok out. He's going to get his bow right here. There it is.
Which is going to feel a little bad after spending that much time in 8, but it's looking very, very likely that we're going to need the Power Bracelet, so the 8 dig certainly wasn't a bad play at all.
No, it's totally understandable, given everything that he knows. So, yeah, and if you're right, especially if it's buried deep in 8, that can be a real advantage for you. But, yeah, no, Coper is the type of runner, just from what I've observed, that sees the dungeon, is willing to dig it. No matter how disadvantaged he may feel. Well, here's level 4 on Fury's side, so that answers one of our questions.
I don't know that it's for sure, but it seems exceedingly likely that Power Bracelet is going to be in 4.
We're really running out of spots. It could be Lost Hills, I think, would be about the only one. This is a stair. This has to be an item. It is a heart, so whatever actual item is in here is going to be on the floor. Now, where was 4? Was 4 like at vanilla level 8?
I didn't see. I think he was somewhere up in the northeast. The last I saw before he entered.
Ah, okay. Our tracker, Caffey, is telling us it's a northeast bomb spot. Okay, so it's just south of the Woodsword Cave. Which Fury doesn't need anymore, but he doesn't know that's up there. Quick 3 for Koper. Not a quick Koper for 3, but a quick 3 for Koper. He's in and out. He's got the bomb. He's got the Triforce. He's up to 4. He's still looking for level 9. I don't think he's seen it yet. Okay, and if we were wondering about that recorder spot right near start, it was nothing. That is going to be a Take Any Cave for Koper right north of here.
Here he looks like he's going to grab the Triforce. Not sure why he would do that if he's planning on continuing to dig to level 4, because he's going to have to walk all the way back through.
My guess, yeah, if he's
he
hasn't done Lost Hills yet.
Yeah, he's going to finish looking for 5 before he has to go look for the Power Bracelet, it looks like.
And he can flute right back to 4. I'm with you. I probably would have. It's 5 rooms. I probably would have stuck around to see if there was just something like one room past that was just on the floor and I could take. But given where Fury is and his knowledge, I can understand this. Koper, meanwhile, is about to find. He's about to find in one more screen the answer for how many Triforces are required to get in. Now we're finally at 51 minutes going to get our Lost Hills check. There's our second hint shop. Probably not relevant at this stage, but you never know. And Koper's got the information that it's an all-8 seed. That's probably good news for him. Here's level 5 at the waterfall. Wow.
Wow. Well, it turned out to be the right play to not finish digging 4 then.
And your reward for finding the last level is you get to walk right into a left mola. Congratulations.
Yeah, PB not required. Fury now knows he's in full go mode, so he's looking for, there it is, a Triforce or a Compass, and he'll head to 8 and spend a lot less time in 8, presumably.
Someone in the chat saying, do go chasing waterfalls. Well, sometimes it pays off, and it paid off here. He's going to flute to probably 1. Well, no, that takes him to 6. He's adjusting. He's gonna get
probably just didn't know where he was after all of his recorder checks.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. This is 7. Oh, this is actually, see, and this is why Fury is one of the best. I would have fluted to 1 and just gone up 3 screens, but he fluted to the forgotten spot and screen scrolled, and then you don't have to worry about slugging it out going north. So that probably saved him a couple of seconds.
Yep, the same number of screens, but it was less number of times he had to press the flute.
Yeah, That's the thing when you're 3-0, when you're dealing with a runner as strong as jkoper on the other side, is seconds matter in a race like this. This is not something where you can just say, it probably doesn't matter. I'll be fine either way. No. Meanwhile, on Coper's side, he's in 6. He's chasing that Triforce, and he elected to pay a heart instead of pay the 45 rupees.
Yep, he's thinking arrow money. Not really close to mags. A mags check. I think I probably would have done the same. It seems like Coper was in 8 for a while, but it seems like he had the compass for a really long time. So I'm thinking that compass is fairly early in level 8, unless Coper just happened to route it the perfect way.
I think you're right. Coper kind of did the same path that Fury did. Got the map early. I think it was 1 room in, and then made his way over to that nub on the left just to make sure that wasn't the trolley spot for the Triforce. I think maybe the Triforce was up closer to the top of the map, but I could be wrong.
No, the Triforce was at the bottom of I think the L. Remember, Coper tried to bomb in 2 different ways and couldn't, and we wouldn't bomb open.
Yeah. See, that's why you have a better record in this tournament than I do. You remember stuff like that. There's the any key for Fury, and well, this answers the existential question of how many keys is too many to justify not picking up the any key. The answer is more than 9.
All right. Well, I'll make a mental note that Fury picked it up with 9, so I better never leave it with that amount of less.
This is advanced scouting. I love it. There's the heart in the stair for Coper in 4. Will be interesting to see because there's 5 rooms left. He's not going to pick that heart container up, but he is going to see if he can find a quick Triforce here. I doubt, given everything he knows, that he's going to stick around and see what that item is, but again, I could be very wrong.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, in a mixed First Quest overworld, there's a few extra power bracelet checks. I mean, I can't imagine he has many more non-power bracelet checks left than he does power bracelet checks left, but that would have been true for Fury also, and Fury skipped it.
Fury in the Goma room all the way up at the top would be a trolley spot to have that Triforce be, but yeah, no, we know it's down at the bottom.
Yeah, the tough thing about that particular room is it was bomb blocked in from two directions. So I mean, he's got to have to come at it from the west, which is not convenient from where you started, I believe.
Yeah, and there's the compass on the floor for Coper in 4, so he knows exactly where he's going. Fury took the wand, may not have needed to, but maybe thinking more along the lines of ranged combat. He's going to see a lot. He's going to take a very similar path to what Coper did in 8 and end up seeing a lot of it, which not what he wants to do, but at the end of the day, it's going to end up even out. There's the Triforce for Coper in 4.
Looks like Coper skipping that item as well. Yeah, no, I just assumed that Fury would spend less time because, like I said, it seemed like Coper had that compass for a long time, but Fury must have just skipped a room or went a different way or something.
Yeah, why do I want to think that compass was like way down in the bottom right, and that when Coper got it, he was like 2 rooms away, but he was like to the right and down a little bit, and then that was why he tried to bomb into those 2 rooms and couldn't get in. All right, Coper's going to screen scroll here. He's going to go ahead and knock out the Lost Hills checks. He's going to be very glad he did. And he's going to find level 5 right here. And ideally for him, get a quick Triforce, just like Fury.
Yep. And this 8 taking a while for Fury is really letting Coper back in. I mean, if he's able to get the Triforce out of 5 as quickly as Fury did, then I mean he's made up the majority of that time.
Given the caliber of runners we've got here, I would expect nothing less than a tight race. And that's exactly what we've got. Fury seems to be making his way down, down towards the direction and general direction of where the compass and the Triforce are. Yeah, this 8, the location is kind of trolly. There's 5 for Cobra.
You know, we were talking about whether that was a big or small 8 earlier. I mean, just when you have a real blocky level like this, you have the opportunity to just miss rooms, right? Because I mean, it's hard to just go in one particular path that will take you exactly the right spot. It's whether you get lucky to go up instead of left or whatever.
Yeah, we all would like to believe Cobra takes a death in that left molar room. That is a gross room to walk into. First room into level 5. He's going to take a minute to gather himself, and then I would imagine get back at it. Yep. Fury does not know he's 1 room away from where the Triforce is, but he's going to bomb to the right and hope he can get that way. He can.
Well, I think that's going to get him close to the compass, because if he had bombed down, it would not have opened.
Ooh, yeah, that would have been a time sink. So I don't think he's by. No, that's at the waterfall. He's not by a bomb shop location. So you might have to flute there and flute back. Which, there's the quick Triforce for Cobra out of 5. Second time through that landmo room, and he's able to get out.
And Coper knows exactly where the Triforce is. I mean, this, they could be picking. Well, and Fury's got to go looking for bombs. It looks like they could be getting this Triforce at the exact same time, or Coper may even get it first.
Boy, talk about someone able to close the gap. Okay, this screen has bomb droppers, so this is definitely a possibility. Oh, there's a bomb shop just to the west of level 7, and he's got enough money to buy 2 packs. So to answer a question in chat a minute ago, what items are left that we haven't seen? So there's the blue banana, Fury's favorite. But among items that would be of interest to these runners that we haven't seen yet are the book and the red ring. Both of those could be in level 9 for all we know. The book would enable our runners to get hints about the location of the girl and the location of Ganon in the dungeon. And of course the red ring quadruples your damage. So some good items remaining in 9. There's the Triforce in that nasty Chevy room for Cooper in 8, and he's on his way to 9 first.
Super quick Triforce, yeah. Oh, it's actually just 1 room to the right. It's bomb right here.
Oh, and he's going to find it right here. So they're going to be seconds away from each other. And yeah, this is a kind of a feels bad if you're Fury, but the good news for Fury is that Cooper dug a lot of this 8 as well. So we're going to get level 9 entries probably within less than 30 seconds of each other, I'm guessing.
It'll be within, yeah, for sure. Less than a minute, definitely.
There's the transport to 6. He's going to walk it around. Going to take a slightly different path, do a couple screen scrolls, and come in from the top of the south coast. But Coper's going to enter level 9. He's going to kill some guys, hoping to get some bombs. Enter at 101.50. Meanwhile, Fury's just 2 screens behind. And going to enter at 102. Get a bomb pack. 102.02. 12-second difference entry.
Yeah, that's nothing in a level 9. I agree. Yumi pointing out that, I mean, that, I wouldn't say it was a significant lead, but Fury definitely had a lead as he was going into that 8, and it was just unfortunate that, it's just the route that it went. If he were to lose this race, I mean, it would just be because of the routing of that 8. Coper immediately finding one of the items.
Okay, so that means at most one of the book and red ring can be here in 9. There's the map for Fury. He definitely wants that. We've got a 50-room level 9, and Fury going to get the same information. Even he's not going to grab his favorite item at this stage. They're both looking for a roar, and they're both looking for a door.
Well, obviously Ganon's in that top of the dash column, right?
That is the most trolly place he could be, right? I mean, that's good for our entertainment value.
Oh,
No
absolutely. With
indication
a
of a no indication of Aurora yet. Not going to clear that room to see if that on Coper's side, see if that shutter door pops. I don't think it does. Meanwhile, Fury, that's a book on Fury's side. Coper saw this stair and did not check it, but Fury's going to be able to get hints from Old Man now.
That could be an interesting divergence between them, depending on what old men we find.
Very true. Yeah, Coper had your instinct and was like, let's check the trolley spot first to see if Ganon's hiding up there. He's not. That's a key door up there. So Coper's going to make his way back down towards the chunkier section of the map.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many stairs Fury's checked, but I think it's less than 3. I think it's less than about 4, and he found 2 items out of what would that be, 14 staircases?
Yeah, because we're not segmented. But yeah, I mean, that is good information to have, and there's the book for Coper, so he's going to be able to get the same amount of information from old men if he's able to find them.
Fury also looking like he's going to go check that little spot. Unfortunately, he's not going to find anything.
Now, runners retracing each other's footsteps a lot here. They've both decided they're going to head up in this part of the map. Fury is going to check this nub room to see if maybe it is a transport stair. It's not. It's a gross patra. Coper, meanwhile, has taken a transport and gotten to the southeast corner or southwest corner of the map. He's clearing this room, probably looking for a compass. So no dice on that stair. It's a little 2-segment troll case. So back through that stair he goes. Meanwhile, Fury making his way to the southeast part of the map, seeing if he can locate. Oh, he has! He's got the pig!
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that it seems likely at this point that they're going to be in one of the corners. Either southeast or northwest.
Now, both our runners are talented enough to do this fight on Green Tunic, but Fury not taking a chance. A Hyrule Driver, he gives you hits you for 4 hearts of damage, and the Fireballs hit you for 1. Fury not taking a chance. Needs 8 hits on the white sword here.
Yeah, he's got the potion loaded up. And we have a possible Zelda just directly to the south as well. Oh, no, I guess we've already... Slamu's saying we've already seen Zelda. I missed that.
Oh, okay. I missed that as well. All right, there's the orange pig. Silver arrows delivered. Down goes Ganon. And, oh, Coper takes a death. Alright, this Chevy room's a dead end, so back through Ganon's room we go. While Coper down in the southwest, we know that's not the answer for at least where Ganon is. Is this maybe the room where we saw that this might be Zelda?
Slamu indicating that he's just being a Slamu. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine too, but it would be really gross if that nasty Wizrobe stair room is in fact where the girl is. Oh, Fury trapped in that room with the... he's going to try to bomb to the right here just in case. But if not, he's going to have to up an A, and Coper takes another death. Back to start he goes. Interesting that you can only go one way in this rather blocky, one way off a start in this rather blocky level 9. And this is not the room. That door did not pop as much as Fury would have liked it to.
I think it's somewhere in the southwest. They've seen a bunch of northeast, a bunch of southeast, and I think jkoper's seen pretty much all of southwest.
I think You're right. They're both in the same room right now. That's how close this match has been pretty much from the jump. If you're going to try to bomb left in this stair room, he can.
He's down to 2 bombs, and it's looking like it's going to be a bomb wall somewhere.
Last bomb here. Is this our answer? No.
Oh, how bad is it going to be if the answer is a bomb south right there?
Ooh, now, did we see any bomb droppers? Oh, no, I think we saw one bomb dropper in this room Fury's coming up on now. No, he said he may go ahead and exit and go buy more bombs. Or you could just farm off these red gorillas here. That's probably faster.
I bet we see, once he gets some bombs, I bet we see Fury go right back to that room. He had 2 bombs and 3 possible walls. That would eat at me.
The drop's just not being kind to Fury. 3 separate times he's murdered these guys and got nothing to show for it. Gonna reset his count there. Is there a bomb shop anywhere near here? There's a bomb drop for him. Okay, jkoper is now, he's found the location of Ganon now. He's headed into the Ganon fight. Oh, you can bomb left in this room. This gets you to that far southwest corner. And gets you bombs as well. That's nice. Nice stun lock there for jkoper. He's going to get this down. There's the orange pig. There's the silvers delivered. jkoper now has the Triforce of Power. And now all jkoper needs to do is find the girl.
You know, it's still possible they have to clear that Wizrobe room, though, if it's right in that little one room in L, and you have to go left right there.
I was just thinking that when we saw Fury in that room. I was like, don't be there. Because both runners are going to last location that on Green Tunic.
It's looking likely it's one of those rooms in the L column. Either that one four rooms up, or maybe the one 5 rooms up. Here he's back in the room where he had 2 bombs and 3 walls.
Oh, yeah, he bombed 2 of those walls. He's trying to bomb that bottom wall and took a death, unfortunately. Boy, the combat here on Green Tunic is just not being kind to either of our runners right now.
All right, my guess is we have to clear this Wizrobe room, go left, and then the door is right there to the north.
jkoper not going to do that just yet. Fury's not either. I think he wants to go back to that Patra room.
Fury wants to bomb that Patra room. Absolutely. I would too. I mean, that's exactly what I would do if I were Fury. Well, and then he zags and goes the other way.
Just what I know, right?
That's right. Yeah.
jkoper's found a bomb wall here to the left. Have we been up to this top row yet?
Not looking like we have. Is this it?
Not a push block. I assume he was looking for a compass there. Here's a shutter door. Is this it? This is it!
Wow, there it is.
And oh my gosh. Get your GGs in chat for both of our runners.
I was watching Fury. I didn't even realize jkoper was there.
I didn't either. So according to the race room, so this is going to get sorted out later. Wow. GG's to both our runners. This is an incredible finish. According to the race room as of right now, Fury has finished with a time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, 38 seconds. jkoper has finished with a racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 39 seconds. However, this is within 1 second, so unless I'm wrong, This is going to go down to frame count.
I think it absolutely will. I mean, on the stream, Coper but that certainly doesn't mean anything. I mean, they could have been not completely synced, but
Correct.
it looked like Coper hit Zelda first. But yeah, in the race room, Fury hit the dot done first.
Yeah, but we've had ties before in our tournaments the past couple of years. Yeah. So and Diesel, our setup man behind the scenes, is saying that the runners were not perfectly synced. So it is entire. We do not know who won this race. We think we might know, but it is going to come down to a frame count. And with the caliber of these two runners, what more could you ask for in terms of what a race done?
Incredible. Yeah. I mean, you get to, like we said at the beginning, top shelf runners. This is exactly what you want, and it's exactly what we got. It's great.
My gosh, we're working on getting our runners up here. Oh, Fury doesn't have a booth interview link. Give me just a second. I'll get him one. All right, there we go. We've got Coper making his way up here, and we just gave Fury the link to the room. There's our race winner, question mark? Our race winners, Fury and Coper. GG's to you both. Wow, what a finish.
GG's, Coper.
GG. Kind of crazy.
I feel like I had a really sizable advantage early and then just kind of lost a lot of it in 8 again. Second time I've lost a lot of time in 8, just full clearing for the last room to be it. And then 9 hurt me as well a little bit.
So, yeah, I spent more time than I should have in 8 as well, for sure.
The major question I have for you, jkoper, is when did you look at Western DM, if ever? Had to be at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. Western DM.
You asking about the ladder, Fury?
Yes,
yeah. It was, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes in or something.
So a little bit of lead, but not as much as I thought I might have by going up there
Yeah,
first.
it was not. You definitely were there 10, 15 minutes before, but that was not sizable. The really what hurt Fury, jkoper spent a lot of time in 8 earlier on, and when Fury went back to 8, we knew that the Triforce was very near start, and Coper had found the compass pretty early. But that particular room you could only bomb in from one way, and unfortunately Fury just didn't find that early and then spent a lot of time. So if he had found it early, it would have. I mean, that allowed Coper to essentially catch back up.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, what can you do? If the Triforce is way deep in there, then you're way ahead, I guess, on the time differential of 8 alone. But, at the end of the day, it's a randomizer for a reason. Sometimes you choose not to bomb the wall, and it hurts you some time. And other times you choose not to bomb the wall, and you've saved a bomb because the Triforce is the next room. So, yeah.
So there was a... There was a time where, like, I died or finished exploring an area of 8 or something, but I didn't have any bombs, and I already knew that the Triforce is there, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go back in here and try to get the item again. And I got the wand, I guess, but I used the wand, but if I would have had bombs at that point, then I would have not gone back into 8. Probably ever, I assume, because, I would have gotten the Triforce and I wouldn't have needed the item out of there. I would have found the bow, and that would have been the end of item searching.
It's a weird statistical anomaly, but I'll throw it out there. I think this is the 3rd time I've had a book going into 9, and I've not seen an old man yet, except for the one after Ganon.
Well, not...
That said, go back to Ganon.
not into 9, right? The book was in 9, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, of all the 9s, like, I've had the book 3 times with, like, no old men seen in 9, and I've yet to collect on any hints that are worthwhile, except the one that told me Gan's back room.
Yeah, fair.
Which is just kind of, it's an oddity more than anything. It's just, you would think because of how you have to enter most old men room, you'd eventually find one that upper half, because I think I had, by the time I found Zelda, I think there's pretty much only 1 room or 2 rooms left on the upper half of that entire map. You'd think maybe one's at the top, but nope, they're all at the bottom somewhere.
Yeah.
Beyond the patcher that locked me in and sent me back to start.
Were you hoping that the door by the blue wizard was going to open like I was?
No. I figured it probably was just as likely there's another shutter door along the way that was going to be the route to Zelda, so I wasn't in the mood to up the majority of my dungeon progress. I wanted to kind of clear that southeast corner and see if maybe something was hidden behind Ganon or thereabouts.
I figured by the time that I had cleared Ganon, the room after Ganon, I had seen enough of the southeast corner that I just up and ate, and then check that shutter. Probably died again in that room. I don't know. I died in that room several times. And then then went back up to the top after that because I was still suspicious of that area. So that was a weird way. Did you go into Zelda's room the same way I did? I don't know if there was more than one way.
Probably.
Yeah, you both went in the same way, up on that top row, bombing in from that stair room to the left, going through the Wallmaster room, and then the door popping down.
Yeah, I'm curious now what the item was going to be in 4, if it was the power bracelet or red ring, because if it was the red ring, it was like another room up or 2. I'm going to be really sad, because that probably would have made a sizable difference for me, given that most of my deaths were in 9.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Would've been
both
nice.
actually skipped it. Sorry, Coper, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying I would have liked the red ring as well. That's all I know.
So we were, I was curious because at that point you both found. I mean, 4 and 5 were obviously not obviously now. 4 and 5 were the last 2 that both of you found, and you found them in that order, 4 then 5. And so we were discussing that it seemed likely that one of those was going to be power bracelet blocked, and you both elected to go ahead and grab that Triforce out of 4 with, I don't know, probably 6 rooms left north of there. And so, but we also didn't know exactly how many non-power bracelet spots each of you didn't have checked, but just because of the way y'all both routed, neither one of you had gone into the Lost Hills, so it worked out, but we were thinking that one of them was likely power bracelet block.
I had 3 guaranteed spots in the Dead Woods because the candle was super expensive and way off in the middle of nowhere near 9. And then I had just the White Sword Cave and potentially the 2 ladder spots, and that was everything that wasn't PV blocked. But when you get that Triforce in 5, you're hoping A, that's the Wizrobe set and it's the second one and we're done with that, and then B, that it's not going to be something you have to go back and clear. You'd rather 4, I think, with the Triforce being where it was in 4 and how many rooms were left and the map already in hand for both of us, I would think.
Yeah, I had the 2 ladder spots left, and then the desert recorder spots and the western forest. I didn't do it. Oh, I did the open cave. I didn't do those. 3 spots there, I guess. I don't know. Kind of weird. So.
Well, you both put on a heck of a show for us. Just so you're aware, and people in chat have been mentioning this as well and asking this question, what the difference was between the 2 of you going into 9. If you're curious, the difference was 12 seconds. So it was tight the whole way. You routed slightly differently, but you both ended up at pretty much the exact same place headed into 9. 9 was difficult for both of you, but This race was tight, neck and neck, room for probably about the last 20, 25 minutes. It was really, really fun to watch.
Yep, I'm sure. I don't tend to watch too much of my races back, but maybe I'll catch a clip that someone posted of the finale of it, I suppose. But yeah, Coper, always fun to play someone of your caliber. As noted by my sprite, one of the first people I watched getting into this randomizer was you playing it. You and Shaddy, I think, were the first two I watched back in 2017 or so. I look forward to seeing what the results are. 3-0 or 4-0, excuse me, or 3-1. I think both are safe in the upper bracket. So it's all about having fun matchups, and I look forward to whatever the wheel throws at us next.
Yeah, same. Fury, it's a pleasure. Man, I did some stupid stuff in this race though. I cleared that room in, was it 8? That was the staircase I had come out of previously, so that was a big waste of time. Did I buy arrows when I had silvers? I'm not sure if I did or not.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Okay, that happens.
But don't worry, it evened out because roughly the cost of the arrows was the cost of the max blue candle that Fury ended up buying. But Coper, you found the red candle out of 2 first, so pocketbook wise, it pretty much evened out.
Yeah, I found 2 super early, but of course it was lighter black, so had to wait. Man, I spent a lot of time waiting for those red darkness on the screen, though. The multiple times that I went into 2.
Yeah, I felt good about how I tackled that screen. Got out to the left, got the instant wrap, got it turned around, and got in there. But I had other places where I have some regrets about how I tackled things. I guess the only death I don't dislike is the death in 6 that pushed me to the raft. That probably saved me a lot of time.
Yeah, given the raft was required. Yeah, Stun and I were talking about the fact that actually kind of worked to your benefit because it forced you to that room, the transport room, and raft just on the floor. And as it turns out, raft very much required today.
Yeah, we actually thought that you were looking for a transport that would hopefully take you to the north, so that to get the Triforce, so you could skip that bunny room, and then it just so happened the transport took you right to the raft.
I mean, certainly both. That both things were on my mind. I had to half hard, and it was getting tough to get through there. That's what
I killed all but like the last Pole's voice or 2 in that room before the BMO statue got me. I didn't have enough eyes in the back of my head to see the BMO statue firing at me. And I think I skipped the one room because I think it was a key door that transport led to way off on the west. And I skipped that room, and the transport, I think, took me back there. I'd have much rather it taken me to the Triforce before I knew the raft was required, of course, but was not lucky in that regard, but perhaps in others. So,
yeah, y'all were in 6 at the exact same time, and Coper went through that door and found the raft, and you did not. And we actually said that, if raft is required, that could be a huge difference, because you knew where the Triforce was, and we just presumed that you were going to dart for it. But that was before we knew that the bunny room was there.
I'm trying to think. My other 2 deaths, I think, were both in 9. I want to say. I think I died. I know I died early on in 9 to the Patra up in the northwest. Maybe took another silly death at some point. I don't know.
We were maybe not that long in that Patra room. You tried to bomb 2 of those walls, and it had you pinned in a corner with one of the quad shooters, and you were able to iframes your way out of that. But thankfully that was not what decided it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, there's so many little things. There's probably like 10 or 12 little things that I wish I had perhaps tackled a little bit better. But I mean, you can pick any one out of the bunch and bemoan it, and they're all about the equal time loss. So, yeah, not surprising that we were that close in the end. I don't know. know which way it'll go. Like I said in the post game, I think I started at like maybe 2/10 early or something like that, so it could very well be a tie or your win. I don't know.
Well, there was also conversation in chat. Our Diesel, our setup guy, was saying that one of you started on Control of Link and the other started on Start, and that the sync wasn't perfect. So yeah, I mean, there's several different factors that that are unknown at this point.
Well, I mean, the real sync in question is when we pushed the button in the race room, which was at essentially the same exact time. So
yeah, I pushed it at loss of control. I had literally the button being pressed down pretty much on time. So I don't know. Like I said, I think it's like a second difference that you have to have, or it's like a re-race or something, which would be a little bit troublesome given our different schedules. But maybe we make it work if they force that upon us or something. And otherwise, I don't know. Like I said, it'd be interesting to watch back. I'm sure it made for quite an exciting finish for everybody watching, and I don't know. I really just don't know what to say about it. You know,
I mean, it's Swiss. Say? It's Swiss. They could just give us a tie. It doesn't matter.
Oh man, the wheel.
You're both qualified for brackets, so I don't know what the rule set says in how it works for Swiss rounds, but I'll leave that to the admins running the event. But yeah, but either way, you guys put on a heck of a show. Can't hope to see you guys again in brackets. Do this again, because this was nuts.
Yeah, I would definitely be looking forward to that. I love playing people that are really good at the game, which there are so many of them now. But again, like I said before, jkoper being one of the ones I watched to get me into this in the first place makes it that much more special.
Yeah, thanks, Fury, and thank you guys for doing the comms and tracking it and everything. And yeah, on to the next one.
All right. Well, GG's to you both. We do not know, to answer a question in chat. We think we know who won this race, but we're not sure because it's within a second of each other. So it's going to go to a frame count to determine the final winner. Thankfully, I don't have to do that. Someone else is going to do that. But yeah, no matter the outcome of this race, this was tremendous. GG's to you both, and we can't wait to see the end result of this race and see how the rest of Swiss and brackets goes for you.
Yep, thanks.
All right. Well, thanks again to Diesel running everything behind the scenes, doing a great job, and Kathy doing the tracking for us. Sean, this was a heck of a fun time. Great to do comms with you. Yeah, what do you think about all this?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, we said it off the top that it was going to be a good one, and you can never guess that. But man, I'm glad. I'm glad I was here for it. Yeah, let's do it again sometime.
Oh yeah, no, this was a ton of fun to work with you on this. Not often we get a photo finish like this, so thrilled to be a part of it with you and Kathy and everybody. So, by the way, if you need some more Zelda after this, and I would not blame you if you did, good news, there's a whole bunch of races happening later tonight. Let me get the schedule here real quick. All right, we have a match starting in about 20 minutes on SpeedGaming 4 between VTorp and Bort. That is a 2-in-1 matchup.
My TV
it's on
is going to make me go
starting in
insane.
about 20 or so minutes. We have two races scheduled for 9 o'clock tonight on SpeedGaming Prime. We've got Leslie Pro versus Rywek, and on SpeedGaming 4, Zarnax 42 versus Sharky.
I mean,
we have a 10 p.m. Eastern, all these times are
CRTs
Eastern
kind of do that.
Standard Time. The last
sort of
time
always,
for a while,
right?
they're going to be in Eastern Standard.
But it's just
after daylight savings.
It's getting more and more pronounced.
10 p.m. Eastern on SpeedGaming 5, we have PDX Rex versus Kennedy J. And then at 11:59 p.m. tonight on main SpeedGaming, Mercs goes against Siskrusher in a 2-in-1 matchup. All great races on the SpeedGaming family networks tonight, so hope you're able to catch all of those.
Also, actually, it's not making noise.
Yeah, Sean, any final thoughts?
It's just
looking forward to
because it'll probably
sitting down, having some dinner, and hope we get more races just like this one tonight. So, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, same here. Thanks to you, and thanks to Kathy and Diesel for all their work making this engine fire. So, on behalf of everybody, can't wait to see more Z1 randomizer action coming up later tonight. We will have the thrilling conclusion later of this race. But until then, we will see you all later this evening. Have a great rest of your evening.